my wife changed our will without telling me I wasn't supposed to find out. I only opened the envelope because I thought it was another insurance document. Instead, I discovered my wife had changed our will. And somehow, I was the last person to know. Good evening. Anonymous, please. I'm 49 years old. My wife is 47. We've been married for 19 years and have one daughter together who's 16. When my wife and I first got married, neither of us had much. We rented a small flat, shared one old car, counted every penny. We built everything together. Over the years, life became more comfortable. We bought our family home, started saving for retirement, paid into investments, and about 6 years ago, we decided to make wills. Nothing complicated. If one of us passed away, everything would go to the other. When we were both gone, everything would go to our daughter. We signed the paperwork together. It wasn't exactly a romantic afternoon, but it felt responsible. I remember leaving the solicitor's office feeling relieved that we'd sorted it. I never thought about it again. 3 weeks ago, a large envelope arrived while my wife was away visiting her mother. It had the solicitor's logo on the front. I assumed it was another annual update or some routine paperwork. I opened it. Inside was a covering letter addressed to both of us. It referred to the recently executed amended will. At first, I thought they'd sent the wrong documents. Then I saw my wife's signature. The amendment had been completed 11 days earlier, without me. I kept reading. One paragraph stopped me cold. If my wife died before me, our daughter would still inherit her share eventually. But until then, her younger brother had been appointed as co-trustee with me over a substantial part of the estate. Not only that, the letter also referred to a separate written instruction expressing my wife's wish that if anything happened to both of us before our daughter became an adult, her brother should make all major financial decisions. I just sat there staring at the papers. Her brother and I get along, but we're not close. And we'd never discussed anything like this. When my wife came home that evening, I asked her about it. She froze. Then she sighed and said, "I was going to tell you. Those 6 words usually mean one thing. You weren't." She explained that her brother worked in finance. She trusted him with money. She said she thought it would protect our daughter. I asked why she hadn't spoken to me first. She said she didn't think I'd agree. I asked, "So you made the decision without me?" She replied, "I only changed my side of the will." Technically, she was right. Legally, she hadn't needed my permission. Emotionally, it felt like something entirely different. For the next few days, I couldn't stop thinking about it. It wasn't actually about her brother. It was about being left out of a decision that affected the family we'd spent nearly 2 decades building together. Then something else started bothering me. If she'd changed this without mentioning it, what else had we quietly stopped discussing? Last Sunday, we had dinner with her parents. Halfway through the meal, my father-in-law casually said, "I think putting your brother-in-law in charge was a sensible idea." I nearly dropped my fork. That was the moment I realized everyone already knew. Her parents knew. Her brother obviously knew. Even her sister admitted she'd heard about it weeks earlier. I was the only person sitting at that table who'd found out by accident. I smiled through the rest of dinner, but inside, I felt humiliated. Since then, my wife has apologized more than once. She insists she wasn't trying to exclude me. She says she genuinely believed she was making the safest decision for our daughter. She has even offered to meet with the solicitor and review everything together. Part of me appreciates that. Another part keeps wondering why that conversation only became important after I discovered the documents. I haven't changed my own will. Not because I want revenge, because I don't think making another secret decision fixes the first one. For 19 years, I believed our biggest strength was that we made important choices together. Now I'm questioning whether that was ever really true. Maybe this is something we can move past. Or maybe trust isn't lost in one big moment. Maybe it's chipped away by the decisions we're never invited into. Men of Men Corner. What would you advise?